And the third quarter about ready to get underway.
Well, Irving has simply been great. 15 points and some good assists, too. 4 of them. This is some performance we're witnessing out of him.
This is a night to remember for sure, guys.
The Cavaliers leading by 9. Well, the Cavaliers largely underachieved last season. A big part of that was constantly dealing with distractions the entire season, it seemed.
Yeah, it certainly appeared that way. It was always something with players fighting in-house or items getting leaked to the media and causing things to get stirred up. It's very hard when those distractions are circulating for you to be effective.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. On the court for Cleveland, Irving and Waiters, the guards. The 2 stars, LeBron and Love at the 3 and the 4. And it's Verjao in at the 5 spot. And with Cleveland, it was just a train of events that led to the bad environment between players getting into it with each other and saying they wanted out of Cleveland. Some players saying it was about their brand and nothing else. They did everything they could do to get things in order this summer and did a pretty good job at it.
On better footing now for sure.
Here's Irving. Brandon Knight picking up that last basket. Irving dishes to Love. Back to Irving. 6 to shoot. Raiders on the wing. Unloads. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Irving's got his 5th assist in this one.
And for the Cavs, they needed to have a big change in culture, and they seemingly did that with bringing LeBron back into the fold and hiring Black. You can expect them to be solely focused on winning games this season.
Now here's Sanders. Here's Knight. Lead pass was put in just the right spot. Knight's got 10 points.
Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
Giving up these easy chances is going to do wonders for their confidence.
No good from Irving. Bucks trail by 5. From 13, and that one's good. Parker, 11 points in the game.
Well, it's been a great start for this offense here in the second half. 4 for 4.
Irving passes to Love. Outside Irving. Raiders on the wing. Back to Irving. Wants to get it to Verjao and does from down low. That's good. Verjao's got his second bucket. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. And here is Knight. 10 points for him. Sanders sets the screen for Mayo. Stolen by Verjao. James up top, guarded by Mayo.
Anderson Verjao, a quality defensive center. Great rebounder, moves his feet well, anticipates, plays with a ton of energy, and he's one of those irritants. He gets under a lot of guys' skin.
For Cleveland, they have shot 6 or 7 at the line.
Well, this is a club that shot 75% as a team from the free throw line last season.
And that one misses.
For the Bucks, they've really struggled against James.
He's got 11 points and 2 steals. He's showing us those quick hands today, both when he has the ball and when he doesn't.
Yeah, he's really distributed well on the offensive side, and then ball hawking defensively. He's been impressive.
And the second free throw, good. Thank you, Cleveland! Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Hi, Kevin. Jason Kidd was just going over the plan with his team. He told his guys to make sure they keep the pace fast, to get out and run each and every chance they get. He also asked for a very strong effort on the offensive glass. He wants to see them cashing in on a lot of second chance opportunities. Those are likely not the last adjustments they make today, guys. There's still time left in this one. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks again, Doris. It's Parker with the drive. Back to Sanders, just 5 on the clock. And it's LeBron James with the rebound. James has got his 3rd rebound on the night. Verjao with a screen on Knight. Outside Irving. Pass to Love from past the arc. Once again off the mark by Cleveland. Bucks trail by 6. Here's Parker. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Well, Jabari Parker, considered by many to be the most NBA ready of any rookies. The son of an NBA player. He's got a great IQ for the game. Can shoot, pass, and great character, too. He's humble, grounded, and very committed.
And he knocks down the first one.
Oh my God.
Well, and Parker, maybe the most skilled and well-rounded freshman in college basketball last year. He played a number of positions. Clark, where do you like him best? You watched a lot of film on him. Small forward, power forward, what's his fit?
I really think he's just a forward. You look at the opposition you're facing, and where do you have the best advantage with him? His conditioning level has to be at the highest level for him to be most effective.
Oh my God.
But I love his overall package. He can drive, he can put it on the floor, he can shoot it, he can rebound. I think he's going to be better defensively as long as he commits to conditioning his body.
So timeout called here, the first for Cleveland.
Bucks were in the cellar last year for the East, as well as the whole league. They just acted as the doormat for the rest of the conference.
And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Well, over the break, I listened in on David Blatt's huddle. He told Kyrie Irving that he wants their offense to run through him. Coach emphasized getting him as many touches as possible, saying he is going to be one of the guys to carry us the rest of the way. He wants them to also play at a very up-tempo pace, push the ball up the court as quickly as possible. That was his message. Probably a good time to make some changes with a good chunk of the second half still to go, Kevin.
All right, Doris, thanks. And here's Sanders following the three-pointer by Kevin Love. Feeds it to Parker. Bucks passing it around. Here's Knight and blocked.
They've done their part here to run down a lot of missed shots. A solid rebounding effort.
Yeah, I'm impressed. I mean, they're fighting for every loose ball, putting a body on somebody and going after the rim.
Well, for the Bucks, it didn't help that they were in one of the tougher divisions in the Eastern Conference, but you also have to factor in the youth of that team. Still hard to accept being as bad as they were.
Now here's Parker. He's got 13. The timely screen gave him a step, and he took it all the way.
Ran his man straight into that screen to open the lane up for the hoop.
And with the Bucks and the East, really, Steve, it was because they struggled against the rest of the conference that they ended in the cellar.
Well, no doubt that it was a rebuilding year for them last season, and it'll continue to be like that. But you would hope the Bucks can fight their way out of the bottom of the East this year.
Irving against Knight. Irving kicks to Verjao. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. And it's 6 points for Anderson Verjao. Bucks trail by 8. Mayo left side. Pass to Knight. Parker right side. Knight against Irving. Shot clock at 6. Knight kicks to Mayo. Pulls up. High post. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Bergeau's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Shoots from the baseline, and Cleveland again with the bucket.
Had so much space there. The defense really not showing him the respect. You can see his eyes get wide.
Irving against Knight. Sanders sets the screen for Knight. Sanders dishes to Knight. They get a hand on it, out of bounds. Cleveland takes possession.
Boy, just a brain cramp, guys. I mean, that should have been the simplest of exchanges.
The Cavaliers leading by 10. Here's James. He trains the turnaround jump shot. James has got 18 points in the game.
Everything's falling now, and this lead continues to increase.
Yeah, it's just way too hard to keep up with a scoring pace like this. I mean, and that's why the defense is having a tough time.
Knight with it. Guarded now by Irving. Ilyasova, screen on Waiters. Parker drives in. The shot is off.
With the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in control of this game.
Yeah, they have not let their guard down one bit in the paint.
You know, since halftime, he's been hesitant with the ball in his hands. First half, he was flawless with his decision-making, but not so here in the second.
Thompson, he's checked in for Anderson Bergeau. Milwaukee also making some changes. John Henson's checked in for Ilyasova. And Middleton subbed in for Parker. Outside Mayo. Sanders sets the screen for Knight. Here's Middleton. Yes, and Knight with the assist that time. Knight's got 4 assists in the game.
That was an outstanding pick that gave him the room to bury the jump shot. Underrated, but not undervalued.
Now here's LeBron. He's got 18. Shoots the 3. It's rebounded by Mayo.
Very little success for him behind the arc today. Just 1 3-pointer in the first half and still none in the second.
And Middleton kicks to Henson. Puts up the baby hook. And another basket for Milwaukee.
Looked like the defense kind of backed off him, and he took advantage.
The Cavaliers leading by 8. LeBron kicks to Irving. Now Love inside. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
Kevin Love, I think, solidifying his place last season among the best players in the world. A first-time starter in the All-Star game, and incredible numbers. 26 points, over 12 boards a game in the regular season.
And GMs agree, voting Kevin Love the top power forward going into last season. He did nothing to dissuade him. I mean, he's a great scorer, and he's been in the top 3 in rebounding for 3 of the last 4 seasons. You look at what Love has done so far. He's got 10 points, and he's put 1 3-pointer on the board.
Yeah, he's got to take his time behind the arc.
Sean Marion is checked in for Cleveland. Miller comes in for Waiters. And Antetokounmpo's checked in for the Bucks. And he's good on the second. Everything appeared to be lined up for Cleveland to get back into the playoffs last year, but that just wasn't the case. A lot of what-ifs for them last season.
And with another top pick on the roster, Kevin, and a youthful team, they were a popular pick before the season to play postseason games, but they still needed some seasoning. That is not enough coverage. Got to do better than that defensively. Basically, no coverage. I mean, defense did not look very good there.
Thompson, a screen on Knight. Irving passes to Miller. Love with a wide-open look. From 16 feet away, he cans it. Love's got 6 here in this quarter. And now for Cleveland. They still have the youth to grow, but with LeBron on board, the sky for them is the limit.
As are the expectations.
Now, here is Knight. He's got 10. Outside Mayo. There's the pick. 3-pointer. The shot by Knight, no good.
They are really getting the work done inside with their rebound.
Yeah, not giving up too many second chance opportunities, which is always important, and it's been one of the reasons they have the lead right now.
Here's Irving. He's got 15. Love right side. And the shot is good. Love's got 15 points.
And one more note about Cleveland. Everyone will now assume that they will make the playoffs this year, but the ultimate goal is a title, something that hasn't happened in the city of Cleveland for any major sport in a long time. Probably 64, I think, may be the last title.
Ken, you're right on it. The shot by Knight, no good.
Really good offensive execution. Nice pick, just couldn't get the shot to go.
Boy, you love to see that as a basketball purist. The guy setting a good screen and then getting the shot opportunity.
Now here's Love. The shot from the low post is good. And now a 12-point Cleveland lead.
And as hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan should be simple. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
Knight against Irving. Middleton dishes to Mayo. Kicks it to Knight. Fires for three. And play stops as it looks like they call an over the back here.
Yeah, that was kind of clumsy looking. He was not going to get away with that.
He climbed all over him like he was on the ladder. I mean, that's an easy over the back call there.
A different look for Milwaukee. Jared Bayless has checked in for Mayo. And Walters checks in for Brandon Knight. The Cavaliers leading by 12. The screen from Thompson. Miller kicks to Marion. 11 feet away. That's in, coming off an assist from Miller. And it's 8 points for Marion. Milwaukee's gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. The dish to Bayless. He feeds it to Henson. Off the mark, and the drop continues.
It's been a great day for them on the boards, Clark. That's definitely been a major factor in building this big lead.
And, you know, from a number standpoint, the advantage might not be that large, but they have been manhandling them inside.
1:32 left to play in the third. The feed now to Bayless. Three-pointer. That's good. Bayless has got 12 in the game.
That shot becomes effortless for him when the D is so relaxed. They've got to get more intense.
Irving kicks to Marion. Misses the three. Bucks trail by 13. 1:03 left in the third quarter. They set the pick. Bayless's shot is off. Guys, some great passing from him.
Yeah, it makes it tough for the defense to chase that ball around when it moves that crisply all over the court.
Yeah, it sure does, Clark. And look at the assist total. They're piling up. I mean, this has been a nice game execution-wise for this club.
Here's Walters after the Cavaliers pick up three. 36 seconds left to play here in the third. The shot's good from Bayless.
Boy, that was a rugged screen set there, fellas, and the defense didn't even try to go through that one.
Irving with it. He's got 15. Miller, the pass to Thompson. 13 feet away. And a great assist by Miller as that one goes in. Miller's got 3 assists in the game. Bucks trail by 16. Here's Walters, looking for his first basket still in this one. And Middleton kicks to Walters. With 1 on the clock, and it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. This is his first free throw of the game. And the first one drops.
Oh my gosh, I just got that.
And both free throws good for Walters.
Oh my gosh, I just got that.
And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Cavaliers lead by 14. And fourth quarter basketball will be coming your way on 2K Sports right after this. Here's Walters. On the court for the Bucks. Parker and Henson, the duo inside. Walters out there with Jared Bayless. And it's Middleton in at the 3, the small forward. Here is Bayless. Here's Walters. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. That's on LeBron James.
Chris Middleton in his second NBA season starting for the Milwaukee Bucks and providing some much-needed perimeter shooting. The former 39th overall pick in 2012, showing he belongs in the NBA.
And the first one at the line is good. And Middleton making the adjustment to NBA three-point range in year 2.
Yeah, and that was vital for him, Kevin, because he needed to stretch his range out. He's a smooth offensive player, and he's able to go off the dribble with a nice pull-up, but hasn't developed as a finisher inside, so that three-point shot's important for him.
Anderson Varejão's checked in for Sean Marion. He hits both from the stripe.
Well, you know, Chris Middleton, an isolation scorer back at Texas A&M during his college days, now is becoming more of an off-the-ball scorer. Got a solid mid-range game and getting it done inside and out.
Thompson, high quality look, and he sinks it. And the Cavaliers lead by 14. Milwaukee has gotten a lot of looks from outside tonight, 5 of 12. And Walters kicks to Parker. Out to the wing. Dishes to Bayless. Goes up the baseline. Connects. The jumper drops. And Middleton, not an elite athlete, a little tougher creating his own shot perhaps at the NBA level.
Yeah, but it's 6'8" with that nice high release, great touch. I think he has some versatility in that regard, but it's all about efficiency. And with time, he may look to be more aggressive.
Well, it's kind of been the story here today, hasn't it, Clark?
Bucks trail by 14. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth quarter. And Walters kicks to Parker. Henson sets a screen for Parker. And another basket for Milwaukee.
That was an outstanding pick that gave him the room to bury the jump shot. Underrated, but not undervalued.
Outside Irving. Waiters dishes to LeBron. Back to Waiters. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. LeBron outside. Shot from 12. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. LeBron's got 22.
That's the kind of finish we've gotten used to seeing from him in the low post.
Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Parker outside. Here's Middleton. The shot misses, and Cleveland will come the other way. And Waiters kicks to Varejão. He dishes it to Irving. James outside. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. 25 points for LeBron.
That's his first three-pointer of the half. Remember, he did make one in the first half as well.
And just about 3 minutes through the fourth quarter here. Here's Bayless. Tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good.
Physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. That plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Yeah, not to mention what it says on the scoreboard. I mean, they're really pushing them around physically at this point.
He didn't make a lot of noise heading into last season's All-Star game, but boy, did Kyrie Irving put on a show when he got there. It was a playground type of game, and he dazzled everybody with his skill.
And upon winning the All-Star MVP last year, Irving said the most important thing was bringing the trophy to Cleveland.
Yeah, that's a nice nod to the fans in the Forest City, and being a native Clevelander myself, I know how much the fans appreciate being acknowledged by one of their favorite players. After all the speculation and turmoil last season, That was a nice bright spot, even if it was soon overshadowed by the return of the king.
Milwaukee making a switch here. Larry Sanders is checked in for Henson. Ilyasova comes in for Chris Middleton. O.J. Mayo is checked in for Jared Bayless. And Knight subbed in for Walters. Both good from the line that time.
Kyrie Irving, clearly a player who's dreamed of greatness from a very young age. Going back to the 4th grade, he wrote, "I'm going to the NBA," and he wrote it across the back wall of his closet. And while it was hidden behind his clothes, it certainly wasn't far from his head or his heart.
Now, here is Knight. Can they get it? Sanders' shot is off.
And you got to like the defense inside, really protecting the rim.
Challenging shots and making his presence felt around the rim, that's exactly what he can give you.
Mayo against Irving. Thompson sets the pick for Irving. And Waiters kicks to James. Thompson left side. Waiters on the wing. Good on the baseline, Jay.
And Irving still wanted to write down goals. He used to write them in a notebook. He still keeps. Now he'll write them down in his phone. All part of setting his sights high and dreaming big.
Now, here is Knight. Now, here's Parker. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
Boy, he just battled through that initial impact and somehow willed it in.
Excellent concentration. That's what you like to see.
And for Irving, just like those words in the back of his closet stayed hidden, his great talent stayed hidden for a long time as well.
Yeah, it didn't really dominate until his senior year of high school, Kevin. Only 11 games played at Duke. It might seem he was an overnight sensation in the NBA, but in truth, he spent a lifetime laying the foundation for his game.
Now here's Waiters. The drive by James. He kicks it to Thompson. Back to LeBron. He's feeling it. The putback, and it's slammed in by Farishah. And the Cavaliers lead by 21.
And in the paint, they have really shown some strength. Their work on the boards has been phenomenal.
Yeah, I'd certainly call it a mismatch, Steve, at least for today.
Now, here is Knight. Ilyasova, a screen on Irving. Knight passes to Ilyasova. Yes, and Knight with the assist that time.
Assist goes to Brandon Knight.
Cleveland leading by 19 points. Timeout called, Cleveland.
Ersan Ilyasova struggling through a rough season in 2013-14. Probably the worst shooting of his career, really. His rebounding also fell off. Those were the strengths of his game. He's got to find it again. He's got to bring that effort and energy back to the game.
The Cavaliers making a switch here. Love's checked in. And the Cavaliers with possession here. Outside Irving. The fadeaway, and the Cavaliers getting another bucket right there.
You know, they've been able to depend on his offense all game long, guys. He's drained a lot of shots out here.
And between now and the horn, Steve, the ball should be in his hands as much as possible if they want to continue to build this lead.
Now here's Mayo. Unloads. Releases from the wing and drills it. Mayo's got 19 points.
That shooting form of O.J. Mayo, textbook. Pretty.
Outside Irving. Passes to Waiters. Love against Ilyasova. Irving for three. Blocked. And it's the Bucks on the break. Knight's running. Parker outside. No good on the three. The Cavaliers leading by 19 points. Now Irving, and there's the pass to Waiters. A three ball, and that one's good. 1 point in the game.
What an excellent performance from the field for him.
And here is Knight.
Well, the old days of the dollar-for-dollar luxury tax are gone. The new, more punitive luxury tax really changing the way the league does business. Teams like the Knicks and the Lakers and the Celtics, high-revenue teams, they're not nearly as willing to go into that tax anymore, so it really has kind of leveled the playing field.
Now here's Waiters. Here's James. Here's Verajao, and the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdowns for the Cavaliers.
Man, they keep piling up the assists, guys. Great ball movement.
Well, they've also really been down in with their jump shot. I mean, they have not missed much from mid-range today.
And Steve, you mentioned the new luxury tax, and Clark and I talk about it all the time. It's an incremental system. Clark, you know, it starts at 150% and above the $15 million over the cap. The tax is 325%.
And Kevin, that's before you get into the repeater penalties. If a team pays the luxury tax 4 out of 5 seasons in a row, you tack on another 100%. Those numbers could even affect big market teams.
Here's James after the basket by Larry Sanders. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line.
At the line for your Cavaliers, LeBron James. One shot.
Free throw good, LeBron. Here's Knight. Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
In low to Sanders. Stolen by Verajao. In transition, here come the Cavaliers. Rebound, Milwaukee. Knight with it. Pass to Ilyasova. Lets the three fly. Yes, and Knight with the assist that time.
Wow, he's got such a sweet three-point stroke. The way he can shoot it, forcing opposing bigs out on the perimeter, can really open up the lane.
Now, here is Irving. Waiters dishes to Love. It's stolen by Mayo. Parker outside. Feeds to Mayo.
Well, a new award in the NBA starting 2 seasons ago, the Twyman Stokes Best Teammate. And the first honoree was Chauncey Billups.
He was all alone on that one.
For 3.
And so here's Cleveland. LeBron outside. Now Love inside. That's good. Love's got 19 points.
4 of their last 5 makes came off of a high-quality shot inside.
Yeah, that's textbook basketball. Just having their way down low.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee.
You know, he just isn't pleased at all with the looks they've given up defensively inside. So I think this timeout is all about trying to get his group to tighten up defensively.
They just don't look very sharp to me on the defensive side.
Here is Ilyasova. Here's Mayo. No good. Good D by Irving.
Pretty good defense there. I mean, that's a shot that he can make, but they really challenged him.
Pass to Waiters. Here's Love, and that one's good. Love's got 21 in the game.
Just another outstanding play down low. These teams couldn't be farther apart in their effectiveness in the paint today.
Yeah, that's right. It's been all good at one end, and we'll try to be diplomatic here and just say not so good at the other. Well, I tell you what, the defenders didn't even get a sniff of him on that move to the hoop.
Now, here is Irving. Love with the screen for Irving. Kicks to Verajao. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Slowing down Verajao, that's hard to do. 14 rebounds, and he's come away with 2 steals as well. He's blown up some plays out there.
It shows you what an intelligent defender he can be on the ball. He really understands the game. Well, it seemed slightly controversial when it was introduced a few seasons ago, but I think we can all agree now that the new flopping fines have been a big success. Flopping seems to have gone down across the board.
Well, Clark, flopping is not completely out of the NBA game, but at least now there are repercussions.
I agree, and I'm happy to see that, Kevin, because it's a play that shouldn't be in the game. And now that guys are fined for it and have been quite heavily fined for it, I think we're going to eventually see it become less and less a part of the game, which is the way it should be.
Anderson Varejao hits them both.
Thank you, Cleveland!
Milwaukee has gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. Marshall gets the bucket.
The D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been of the 3-point variety.
Yeah, and unless they make some rotations and closeouts defensively, there's more to come, Clark.
So it's the Cavaliers now, following the 3-pointer by Kendall Marshall. Dellavedova kicks to Thompson. Hits the front of the rim and out.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, dominating performance for the Cavaliers.
Agreed, Steve, and as one-sided as it gets today. You know, Clark, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
You're right, Kevin. It's hard to think of anything that didn't go right for them. I mean, game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was spot on.
And nobody really saw a performance like this coming. But it was a big-time game for James. Just an outpouring of points from him. Nobody could do anything, really, to stop him.
Bucks trail by 21. Walters passes to Marshall. Can't get it to go. And Cleveland will come the other way. Now Miller to the left side wing. Dellavedova dishes to Miller. Here's Marion. Once again off the mark by Cleveland. Milwaukee's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc since the final quarter's gotten underway. Got that one up quick.
Of all the guys you want to leave open out on the perimeter, he is the absolute last guy on the list. Attention to detail. Know your personnel.
Here's Dellavedova. The screen from Thompson. And here is Marion. Off with the layup. And Walters kicks to Middleton. 3-pointer. Here's Pachulia. And that one is good with the extra effort on the glass.
It's a great play under the boards for him, and you know that's the standard that he sets. It seems like all those second chance points, I mean, they're there for him game in, game out.
Here's Dellavedova. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Here's Thompson. A stupendous finish in traffic. And the Cavaliers lead by 18.
Just a little bit more for these fans to cheer about as they get ready to celebrate the win.
Well, they can already start to celebrate, Steve, and they should let their team hear it. They were good.
So we see the Cavaliers taking the win here. You know, Clark, every team has a bad night, and these guys might want to watch the tape of this game the next time they have a bad night to remind themselves how dominant they can be.
Well, this is one of those dreamlike games for a coach.
And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Kevin, you guys had a tremendous second half. What were the things that had to happen to win this game?
No, we all contributed tonight, and if we have a well-balanced, scoring and we're efficient on both ends, we usually end up winning the game. And, like you said, the second half was big for us tonight.
It takes 5 guys to win it in the NBA. Kevin, thanks for your time. Back to the table.
Doris, thank you. And for Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke, and the rest of our great 2K Sports crew. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for joining us as Jordan presents our player of the game, LeBron.